at the Center for Better Bones. Today I'm here with Gina Kelly, our fitness expert, and we're going to talk about the fascinating topic of balance. If you think about it, it's really fair to say that the vast majority of fractures would not occur except for the fact that people fall. Without falls, you would have many less fractures. And of course, one of the keys to preventing falls is having good balance. You might have noticed yourself that balance can change during your life, and you can lose that real sensitivity to balance just a little bit as we age. And so today I want to show you some simple exercises you can do to enhance balance. We have, you probably have all heard, and I don't know if this happened to you, Gina, but in high school your friends, drinking too much, and you get picked up for drinking and driving, and the policeman says, okay, walk the line. Now this is a very simple balance exercise where you actually, well, Gina, show them how it is, where you actually put one foot in front of the other. Now this looks really simple, but it's actually not that simple, especially if you're a little tipsy, but we want to maintain our balance, and a simple way is to practice that little exercise. There's many other exercises, like some of them are, the typical one is standing on one leg. Gina, why don't you show them a few variations of that?
Okay, so just lifting up one leg.
Just lifting one leg.
Your hands on your hips. You can bring one arm up, the opposite of the leg. And then more challenging is actually the same arm on the same side as the leg that you are lifting up.
Yes, because then you have all the weight on that one side. And it's particularly challenging if you have one arm out and then move either the arm or the leg. Gina's a real expert yoga teacher, so she's better at this than most of us, but if we can do one leg, maybe with some motion of that leg, then with one arm, maybe even the same arm that you're lifting, like, terrific. And let's show us another really more difficult one, even for the people that feel, hey, I'm ready for a better challenge with balance.
Well, we have our tree pose, very well known in yoga classes. So you can start out with just a basic, simple tree.
Start with your foot down low. Okay.
Yep, you can bring your foot down, even kickstand it on the floor or to the ankle, or move it up to the shin. And then, of course, even higher up, and then extend the arms up.
Right, now that's a very tricky balance. Some of you may do that in yoga class, but that's a great balance exercise. So all those are things you can easily do at home without any equipment. I want to say that we have found a wonderful piece of exercise equipment for balance, and this is the Better Bones Balance Board. And this is interesting. This is a very dense foam pad that actually provides a surface that is not stable, and so it really challenges you to maintain stability. When I first saw this, I said, hey, how difficult can this be? Gina, just show them. You just step up on it. You say, hey, how difficult can that be? It feels nice and comfortable. It's foamy. But then you notice that if you start to move about, it's a little more difficult.
It definitely is. And then when you do start to balance, for example, on one foot, it is more challenging because you have to find that centering, as well as it causes your muscles to kind of fire, and you have to kind of interact with your calf muscles, your thigh muscles, your ankle, core muscles.
So many muscles are being threatened. Just a little tiny shift, a little tiny shift. So let's show them a couple things. That this balance board actually comes with a whole series of many pages of instructions, but show them some of the fun things that are due. You can do the one-legged one. You can do the one-legged one where if you're capable of moving, maybe your arm while at the same time, or moving your leg at the same time. That's right. Now that's very tricky. That's very tricky to do. And of course, you could always have a little chair handy. If you say, geez, I want to get the feel for this, but I don't want to fall. So you can do a chair. And in fact, you can use the chair for even the simpler poses. Yeah, and then you get used to it, then you say, I think I can do it. Are there any other ones on this balance pad that you particularly like, that you found interesting?
Well, I like the concept of stepping up and balancing on one foot and then changing the surfaces, because it allows you once again to find that centering of the core, and it almost, changing the focuses of the surface help you have different sense of balance.
And so much of the balance is an awareness of your body and how the muscles are working, and awareness of what the floor feels like and what happens to your feet. That's why we always are in bare feet when we use this. And actually walking around your house in bare feet can help with balance, because you get a better sense of how your body's working, how the sway is. One thing I found really interesting about this pad, so many of my clients say, she said, I've got an elderly mother I'm working with. She, I spend a lot of time with her, and they notice, of course, that she would be good to help her with her balance. And this is a fun thing, because you can kind of make company to the person and also help them out in a kind of fun way. So for example, if I were the person with poor balance, and you said, come on honey, come on mom, let's just take a few minutes to do this exercise, you might hold me, right? And I might step up, and then I feel very secure because Gina's holding me. And then you might say, okay mom, now step off, and you can notice that that's a challenge. You step off, step onto one foot, step here, step off on one foot here. And then you might even, whoever you're working with might get good at it and say, okay, I can try it by myself. I can go off and then on. Or they might say, no, stay with me, but I can maybe lift my leg. Maybe I can rotate my foot just a little. So and in fact, in the little instruction books, it shows you several companion things you can do. And it occurred to me it's a great way to establish more rapport with your relative that you're spending anytime with, any way you're with them, no matter what, and you could do this exercise that would be fun and enjoyable. And if you are thinking about it, you can get very creative with all the different things you can do on this pad. So, we know that balance is central to fracture prevention. In fact, there are many famous researchers who say we're spending far much time thinking about drugs when we really should think about how to prevent falls, because fall prevention is really fracture prevention. So have some fun, try some different balance exercises, help other people with them, and let us know how you do. Thanks a lot. Thank you.